Hello everyone, welcome back to another daily Marvel Snap live stream. So today we're going to be running the Sera deck that we ran in today's video, or that was featured in today's video. And as everyone kind of jumps in, I hope that everyone is having a great day so far. So far we've been having a decent time. We're trying a couple of different unique things out with our builds for some upcoming videos, but so far our day has been pretty good. I hope your day is going well as well. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into a couple of games. Let's go ahead and switch over to the deck list view, and then we'll get going. So first up we have RICK. And then we hit the hub. Hey, E-Style Gamer, welcome. You are the first one in. We just went live, so I appreciate you jumping in and joining us for the live stream. We get Hawkeye from the hub, which isn't terrible, but I think we hold it. We have some better, higher power drops that we can drop. Ooh, and then we get Central Park. So we're already pushed for board space with this deck list. So Central Park isn't that great for us. We end up pushing quite a bit of space. And as everyone jumps in, I hope that you guys are all having a great day so far. So far, the Sera deck list, I don't know if you've checked out the video yet or not. The Sera deck list has been doing pretty well for us. We did drop some cubes testing out a few different kind of unique ideas that may not be the most consistent deck lists, but they'll be fun to play. So now we're back on the climb upward. And so 4 p.m. and just had a sandwich myself. Harrison Wade, hey, thanks for jumping in. It seems like I caught you right after dinner. And then, how long have we been on? We have been on for about 2 minutes, Ash. So we're just getting started. Thank you guys for jumping in and joining us. And then, hey Umais, how's it going today? I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. So I think we're going to drop a Hawkeye, and then we'll drop Ant-Man on the right-hand side. We're just going to disperse our power a little bit. Z71 B-Dub, really enjoy your videos, man. Keep doing them. Thank you so much. I hope that they've been helpful. I hope that you're able to get in and play the game. But either way, I hope that you continue to enjoy them, and we're going to keep pushing them out as long as we can. And then Umais, I think Molt was the first to make a Sera deck. We made one a while back. Hey, silly boy, how's it going? We made one a while back, but this one is definitely more optimized than the deck list that we ran before. The one we were running before got hit with some nerfs and a few other things that made it not as viable anymore. Sammy, I thought you had meetings on Thursdays. That's why you couldn't stream. So my meeting actually got rescheduled for later in the day. So typically we have like a working lunch, but it got pushed into our normal work day, so I was able to free up some time. I'm surprised that you remembered that. And so we're gonna play our rescue into the middle location. Ooh, so they send us stuff with Viper. Ash, big fan of your videos too. Waiting for UK launch. For when it launches. So when it launches, you're gonna have a pretty limited pool, but so is everyone else. As of right now, like a Zoo style deck, even though Khazar got nerfed a little bit, a Zoo style deck is still going to be your most consistent option that early in the game. And then Murder Band, hey, how's it going? Progenito, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And so we don't have any great play lines. So we have Iron Man. That can accelerate our power level here, but we're not going to have any great power pushes in the other lanes if we do that. So maybe we do a Wolfsbane. That doesn't feel great either, because Iron Man's -1, so even if we put him here or here, that's not great. I think Iron Man here is our only option for Iron Man. Then we can look at maybe doing a Wolfsbane and a Mysterio to try and push one of these other two locations. TLSG, can you guess my grades I got on my results today? So I don't know the grading scale necessarily, because I'm not sure what 0 levels are. I'm not familiar with the term.
Iron Man.
Hate that I don't have Sera yet. Sera's pretty good. She's pretty consistent. But I think we lose this one because of the Viper being sent over, the double green goblin, the Central Park. It clogged up our board a little bit too much. Hey TLSG and Doggo. Oh, yep, the Doggo's back in the corner again. We're gonna retreat out of this one. We're gonna take the 1 cube loss. We are going to keep up with our net gain today and make sure that it's accurate. Hey me, how's it going? Unknown channel. I've gotten into pool 2 and a Khazar deck is still my best one. Yeah, it's still good. Hey Boat Times, how's it going? From over on the Twitch stream. So Khazar Zoo deck is going to be the most consistent until you start running into Killmongers. Once you start seeing Killmongers pretty often, then you wanna switch it up a bit. Are you watching She-Hulk today, Albert? I don't have Disney Plus right now. I go on a cycle where I will subscribe to Disney Plus like once every 4 or 5 months, and I'll just binge watch everything that they released that I was interested in, and then I'll wait. I'll unsubscribe. I'll wait another 4 or 5 months, and then I'll binge everything again. That way, I don't have to keep a consistent subscription. And then, so we'll Kamartaj yo-yo the gobs. Kamartaj would, yeah. Or if you had a Wong and you dropped a goblin on your side, it would yo-yo back and forth. And so then we're going to go ahead and drop our Ant-Man just to have some power on the board. With Elysium, we don't really have to worry too much. Sera is going to allow us to really dump pretty much our entire hand. Is Cosmo the one behind you? So that's Clarice back there, but she does kind of resemble. Should we just call TLSG's dog Cosmo? I'm sure she wouldn't mind. She's very easygoing. We can call her Cosmo. We can rename her. That's okay. I don't think she's too fond of Clarice. It was a bad pun. I'm the one that named her. That way I could get home from work and say hello, Clarice, from the Silence of the Lamb film. And so I'm sure she wouldn't mind if we changed it to something a little bit more thematic. So we're gonna just drop our bishop this turn. We're gonna hold most of our cards because we're gonna be able to push so much power late game. So we're gonna be able to do like Iron Man, Sera pretty easily. I think we dropped the Sera this time. Do you say hello, Claire? Yeah, Boat Times. Every time I get home from like working or something like that, I have to do the hello Clarice and then the weird or that, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like it's not like a lisp, but it's like a tongue click. And my daughter does it now, and I feel terrible. Like I'm setting a bad example for her. Hey, Umay, she got an A+ in physics, in biology, B in English. Nice. So you crushed it. Even though you're pretty active on YouTube, on Twitch, on our videos, you still had time to crush it on your exam. So congratulations. Yeah, my daughter's 16 months and she starts doing it. She finds the noise funny, and so yeah, I made that happen. So we can drop our mojo. Hey, Hokey Chan, thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Sounds like a dad one to me. Yeah. I'm gonna have so many of those as she continues to grow up and get older. She's at some point, I have to enjoy it now while she thinks it's funny before she finds it annoying, because she's gonna reach an age where she's just gonna roll her eyes. Yeah, you can smell the spectrum coming. So I don't know if we want to drop our Cosmo into Elysium or if we want to drop it in Dark Dimension. I think they may hide their spectrum over in Dark Dimension. So maybe we drop it over there. I could spell this. You'll manage to catch your stream finally. Finally pulled magic today. Hey, congratulations, Tommy. I'm glad that you were able to join us for the live stream. And congratulations on pulling magic. She's a very versatile card. You can use her in a lot of cool deck lists. Okay, and so we have Mojo. If they hid, let's say, like a Wong, and then they're going to follow it up with Spectrum, our Cosmo completely... Oh, no. What if they flip first? Hey Jesus, have a good stream. Thank you so much for jumping in. I'm not sure if you're able to stay for a while or not, but either way, I appreciate you jumping in and saying hey. Ooh, so they ended up retreating. Maybe they didn't draw into Spectrum. Does this play like the old Sera deck? 2-drop, Bishop, Slam on 6. It plays similarly. So the Sera is there for, or the Magic is there more so for like a late game push. That way we can push like our Iron Man more consistently, and ideally when we get Mystique, we'll throw Mystique in this deck list, maybe in place of Cosmo. That way on turn 7, after Magic, we'd be able to do some big power pushes. We can do an Iron Man on 6, we can do Mystique on 7 to really push and elevate those power levels even further than they already get. By the way, I got Death today, for very hyped. Death is a very cool card. Very cool for the Death Wave, which you'll play it, it's very exciting for a while, and then it'll get, like, it's so consistent that I think you'll get bored of it after playing it for a while. It is that consistent. Like, you can very reliably have or know what your power level is going to be by the end of the game. And then Dry, you said just dropping by to say hi. I'm going to watch the recording later on. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for dropping by and just checking in on us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I have like 4 more cards in pool 2. It's maddening. You'll get there, Taylor. And then once you get into pool 3, you're going to start being able to build all kinds of crazy decks that at this point where you're at, it'll feel like forever ago. That's a really cool idea, man. I need Mystique. Yeah, she's my very last card, and we probably have enough credits to pull her. But I have other like deck builds and things that I want to showcase and feature. Oh no, we didn't update the cubes, but they retreated, so we're back at flat. I have a lot of other, like, I want to showcase the Sulky Hulky video, another user suggested deck list video. And before we end up pulling that next card. And so we could probably pull her now, but we have other things that we want to focus on. And it's killing me. I want Mystique so bad. She enables so many cool deck archetypes. Maybe we change New York. I'm not a big fan of them being able to readjust their power level late game. And then we can drop Rocket Raccoon as well. I don't think it harms us too much. Both times. That's how I felt in the Nova Carnage days. I had so much fun with Moon Girl Nova Carnage, but after a while, like, you're rinsing and repeating because it does the exact same thing and reliably triggers the same power level every game. That it just gets old. If you don't have Mysterio, would Okoye be a decent slot in? Okoye doesn't bring as much power push. But I think having a 2-drop card in that slot would be good. You may look at what other 2 or maybe even 3 cost cards offer a pretty big power push for the energy cost, like that power ratio, to see which one would be best. I haven't checked it out because we've had Mysterio for a while. We're going to go ahead and play Rescue into Camartage. That's going to allow us to double trigger the Rescue bonus. And then next turn, we can either do like a Wolfsbane to double trigger that, and then we can drop Mysterio as well. We have a couple of options for turn 5. New York is my least favorite location. I've never won a game with that location. It adds so much inconsistency. It makes it hard to read what your opponent is doing or what they're thinking. And so you have to either be able to shift and surprise them, or maybe you shift and they didn't shift and it ends up backfiring. But yeah, for me, it's a difficult location to play around. So I think do we drop our Cosmo into Camartage since it's our last card there? Or do we go with a Wolfsbane? I think we're going to have enough power there. But more power never hurts, right? So I'm going to go Wolfsbane, and then we'll do the real Mysterio in the hub, because the token is going to get a +3 power bonus from Washington, D.C. here. And so that way we'll at least get some power in both of them. Although I bet they can probably read which one the real Mysterio is going to be from that. That 8-bit Scarlet is nice. Yes, I really like all of the 8-bit variants that we have unlocked. And we've gotten them all from just the regular collection log. But so far we've done pretty decently with the variants that we have unlocked. The key to New York is never move. I mean, that way... Oh, no. So we're going to go ahead and block this. This is the first, like, spam messages we've gotten. So I apologize. I apologize for that. Oh... Try reloading the page. Well, that erased the chat. I'm so sorry. I refreshed the chat page and it disappeared. So any new ones that come through, I'll see it, but I refreshed it and so they're gone. The bots have made it to the stream. Those are the first bots. They make it to our videos all the time, but that's the first time they've made it to our stream specifically. So I wonder if they're even going to worry about killing Deadpool here. They snapped, so they're confident about something. I guess maybe if they have a Shang-Chi, they can kill us here. Do we worry about dropping Cosmo? Or do we cap out this lane instead? So if we cap out this lane, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we get 8, so it'd be 20 power here. So unless they can buff this one further. I think that's what we're going to lock in because we don't know what they're playing. They feel confident in it. They snapped off of it. But this is truly Age of Ultron. Oh, yeah, all the bots. Casey, hey, how's it going? And Alex, I missed your message. I saw that you sent a message. Welcome to the stream. But I did end up missing the message. I don't know exactly what you said. And then we refreshed it and it cleared the chat. You've made it. You've made it when the bots invade. So we're big time now, guys. So I'm not sure what they snapped off of here. Unless they just felt really confident in their power push of the Khazar. I report every one of those comments. Yeah, so do I. As soon as I see them, I try to report it and remove it. But sometimes they sneak through. And so we're going to add the 4 cubes to our cube counter for today. Let's see if we can... Yesterday we ended at 19, a positive 19. We got all the way up to, I think it was positive like 22, 23, before we ended up dropping back down. Maybe it was higher. Maybe it was like 28. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Replacements for Mojo. I'd look for another like high impact 2-cost card, but I don't know exactly what that would be. I haven't looked at specific replacements. I will later tonight. To try to respond to some of those comments because I know we got quite a few on this morning's video. Alexander, hey again, I'll repeat the message. You are on fire with your lunch stream. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you guys are jumping in and enjoying them. If you guys weren't enjoying them, I wouldn't keep doing them. But it's really fun to be able to just jump in, interact with you guys, and just have a pretty cool, chill, quick stream. So thank you guys everyone for jumping in here. And for anyone that is on our Twitch channel, most of our content is on YouTube. So if you haven't checked out our YouTube, the link is in the About Me down below. So feel free to check that out after the stream ends or whenever you go on about your day. Yate, what do you do for work, if you don't mind me asking? So right now I work in the HR department, but I work closely with IT. So I work with our applicant tracking system, so helping make sure that all applications go through correctly, that everything is set up how it needs to be, troubleshooting issues when they come up, working on the back end thing. So like as far as the integration with it, processing with our other systems is kind of my main focus right now. And then the reporting piece. So being able to accurately report like what our hire rate is, what our hire through percentage, what the rejection rate, that sort of thing. All those fun metrics whenever they come up and are pertinent. So would Mystique fit in this deck? Yes, she would fit in very well in this deck list. If I was going to replace a card for Mystique, I would probably switch, I think maybe Scarlet Witch or Cosmo. That way it's around the same. That way it's around the same cost, and it offers a pretty good impact. We're gonna go ahead and play Wolfsbane into Elysium. TLSG Snap, hear me out. I know this sounds crazy, but I've been playing a Sera Negative Zoo combined deck. So I actually thought about building that yesterday instead of this Sera Swarm deck because I saw it and I hadn't seen it before, and it sounded really, really interesting. What time do you have for win streaks? What time do you have for win streak this game? And so Kraken, has it been doing well? Albert, I'm not sure I understand. What time do we have for a win streak? Yet another stream. Hey, I saw your comment this morning, Cassius. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're able to make it back to another one. So I think we drop our Iron Man here. They do snap. We have Mjolnir, so we're going to be able to buff up our Thor. I think we drop Sera this turn. Next turn, we maybe do an Iron Man over here. We may drop Mjolnir. We may have something that offers more than 6 power in the slot since we are limited in space. Taylor, he may be. I typically hate most of the 4+ cards in this game. Oh, she. So rescue at 4 power, it feels pretty decent. And they send us a Hobgoblin, which is really, really tough. Hey, Mystic for Hire, thank you so much for following us on our Twitch account. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. This one's tough. So they're running a disruptive kind of deck. They had Shang-Chi, they had Storm. So I'm thinking they probably don't have a high power push available. I'm considering dropping our Iron Man into X Mansion. That's going to allow us to drop Mjolnir, and I think I'll hold it until next turn. I don't think they do another Goblin, but that'll give a surprise push over an X Mansion, and then they would have to beat something like 16 power in Elysium. And so we'll get a better read after this turn where they drop the resources, but I think that's going to be our best bet. So they push cards with Dr. Doom.
I am Iron Man.
Mjolnir will give us 12 power in this lane, so even if they drop an Odin, or 12 extra power, so we're going to be at 18. So even if they drop an Odin, we would still come up over them in X Mansion. I think that's our best play line. We have a pretty big power push because we'll complete the Ant-Man bonus, so we'll get +3. We'll get +2 from Angela, and then that's adding power over into X Mansion as well. Kraken, I didn't make the list. I got it from Mastering Snap Discord. I wish I made it now. Yeah, when I saw it, I can't believe I didn't think about it, because most of your cards, they either will gain from the Mr. Negative inverse or they won't lose anything. So it makes for a pretty good like Sera, like easier to drop Sera, or easier to drop, I guess, Magic, and then just flood the board with some really high power cards. I'll definitely check it out. Did you ever hit Infinite? Alex, Rescue got a buff that made her viable to play pretty often. She can be Shang-Chi, but okay, the Enchantress isn't terrible there. No, yeah, it is. Never mind. Never mind. It's our Iron Man. We're gonna be -4. We're gonna be back at 0 cubes. We don't even have to calculate this one, guys. And then Zombie, thank you for linking the Discord. Yeah, we do have a small growing Discord channel that we try to stay active in. Right now, we have live notifications, just some general chat, that sort of thing. But it is growing. We're taking suggestions and recommendations, and we're growing it as our community grows. And so if you want to jump into something a little bit smaller than the official Marvel Snap Discord, you can always jump into ours. Hey, Bunny, thank you so much for jumping in and joining the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Kraken, 94 right now. Fell to 87 and shot back up. I've been yo-yoing the same way this season, Kraken. I don't feel like I really had this much struggle in the other seasons. TLSG is growing like grass with bone meal. Does that grow? That may be. I don't know. I haven't heard that phrase before. Does that grow well, or is that or are we not growing? You must have cooldown chat in this stream. So I don't have cooldown chat. I don't think I have it enabled. If I did, I didn't mean to. So 100% agreed with. Yeah, it's been like I'll be hitting 8 cube games, or just consistently getting anywhere from 2 to 4. And then all of a sudden, oh, Minecraft reference. I haven't played much Minecraft. And so it makes sense, but I haven't played much, so I didn't catch the reference. And then, hey, Pilk Enjoyer, welcome to the live stream. Actually, no, you've been here for a while, right? And I had a revelation this morning that Pilk is Pepsi milk, right? Is that like an actual thing? And so they're running a move style deck. We don't want all of our cards to go into Fisk Tower, but I don't know that they have like an arrow or a magneto either. It seems like most people have gone away from like running a movement style component for Fisk Tower. I think we drop our bishop into Stark Tower. Next turn we can start kind of flooding the board. We can do a rescue. We can flood it with Mysterio as well. I think for a pretty decent play. Pilk is indeed Pepsi milk. Ayo, hey TLSG, I thought you weren't going to stream today. I didn't plan on it, but my meeting actually got rescheduled. So instead of doing like a working lunch, I actually ended up having a little bit of free time. I'm glad that you caught us and jumped in anyways. Pilk, Mepsi, don't be fooled. I like calling it Mepsi over Pilk. So is this like an actual thing? Like is it like a popular drink? Because I haven't heard of it. Is it kind of like a Coke float where you have like ice cream, but I guess the milk would just make it creamier? Mepsi sounds like a bad disease. It does. It does, Pilk. So here, I think we're going to drop our rescue. I just don't know where. I don't know that we need a lot of power. Actually, we're going to drop it in mid. We don't need a lot. I don't think we'll need a lot of power in Stark Tower. I got distracted with the Mepsi Pilk debate going on. I don't think we'll need a lot of power in Stark Tower if they are running a full move. Why is there no notification on your live stream? I'm so confused. There wasn't a YouTube notification today? Or Samuel, has there been the other days, just not today? I've been all over the place this season, keep climbing and then falling. Yeah. Yep, it has been a struggle. It has definitely been an up and down. It's been a grind. So I think we're going to throw our Mysterio into Fisk Tower. The token will get a +2 bonus. It'll trigger our rescue. We can also do our Wolfsbane.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
Hey, Alexander. Thank you so much for joining us as a channel member. I appreciate you supporting the channel, and I enjoy that notification. I thought it was so funny. I chuckled to myself as I was making it. But thank you for joining us as a channel member. You'll get access to the cool emojis, the channel badges, and all of that fun stuff. So I appreciate you being here and being a supporter of the channel. So I was thinking Mojo, but if they end up doing a Heimdall shift, Stark Tower will most likely not be capped out, and so we would lose our Mojo bonus, Chauncey. Bet they're going to move all their cards to the tower. But then if they do a Heimdall shift afterwards, is what I was worried about. I couldn't catch up to your stream until it hit 20 minutes mark. Really? Yo, TLSG, thank the new... Hey, I did, right? Yeah, maybe it came through a little bit late. Harry, everyone asking about game, but no one asking about how he feels. Have a great day, man. By the way, that was a joke. It's nice to see you here. Thank you so much for jumping in and joining us, Harry. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. It's great to support our great pirate Biofrost. I actually keep the eye patch near my desk just in case I ever need to bring it out. Because you never know. You never know when you're going to need to have your eye patch handy. So if they do a Heimdall, none of their cards will shift over into Fisk Tower. So that's an optional Biofreeze, Biodome, Frozone, anything but Bifrost. Bifrost. And so, got to do another pirate stream with the beard. We need to revamp the pirate stream for sure. I don't know that we have a great play here. Maybe we do the Scarlet Witch because we have the 5 power here. I don't know that if we anticipate the Heimdall shift, that will allow us to trigger our Mojo buff here, which actually there's no way we overcome their power level if they shift their cards, right? So maybe we need to do Scarlet Witch here and then a Mojo in case they don't. That'll put us that won't put us over their Heimdall level. We're actually going to do Mojo here. Oh, We're so wishy-washy. I think they're going to drop a Heimdall into Fisk Tower, and this will give us, I think, just enough to tie them in this lane. So we're actually going to, okay, we final decision. We switch back Mojo. I think that's going to be the changer that wins us the game. We're going to win Stark Tower. I think with our Real Mysterio, with double triggering Angela, I think we made the right call in switching it. I don't know why that was such a tough call or tough decision, but I think we made the right one in the end. You never know when you need to sword fire with another. I know. You never know when you're going to need to, or that you get your eye poked out by that said sword fight. So we keep the eye patch. We keep it handy just in case we ever need it. Just in case we ever need to do a pirate live stream. And so we did come up over their power level with the Heimdall shift, they left Stark Tower unattended. When doing the math, there was no way we were going to be able to compete with the power level from the Vulture, the Human Torch, the Dagger buff, and so we ended up to opt to go against it. So we are now, we're finally positive cubes. We are a positive 2 cubes for the day. Hey from Italy, hey, thank you so much for jumping in and joining the live stream. I'm so glad that you're enjoying the content. I dropped a deck into Discord for you to fix. Okay, I'll check it out after the stream. Wouldn't Iron Man be a safer play on the left lane? You wouldn't have the variance of the Scarlet Witch location. So we had 5, 6, 7, 8. I think you're right. I think you're right, Kata. We wouldn't have the double trigger. And dropping Iron Man would have buffed up our Angela. So I think you're right. 2 cubes is better than 0. They put all the eggs in one basket. They definitely did. If it was spread out, there would have been no way that we would have been able to compete there. What character do you want the most to be added? I don't know. I haven't looked at any of the Hey King, thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I haven't looked at the unreleased cards yet. And then as far as the comics, I know they've hit the large ones. I haven't dove deeply into the Marvel comics yet. I'm working on reading through some of the highlights, but most of my Marvel knowledge comes from the movies and the TV series. So most of those heavy hitters they've already added. But I think I don't know. I just like anytime they add a card, it changes up, it gets exciting, and then I can kind of read into that character. So the first time I heard about Captain Marvel, no, America Chavez, not Captain Marvel. First time I heard about America Chavez was from the game, and then I watched Multiverse of Madness later, and it was a light bulb moment. It was I don't know why I found it so amazing. I was able to tell the friends that I was watching it with what she was able to do. They were like, "How do you know that?" And then I referenced my channel to them. Interesting bar with no name and Baxter. Yeah, so if we win Baxter building, then we lose bar with no name. It becomes tricky. So if we can just win Fisk Tower by a large enough margin, which is typically what we want to do, then it doesn't matter that they win Baxter building unless they have a negative card or a way to change it, which is always a little scary. Casual channel plug to your yeah. Yeah, so most of them don't necessarily they don't know the content. It's not something they're actively following. So with these locations, you should really win Baxter building. Wouldn't you really want to win Fisk Tower? Because if you win this one by more than they can win this one, then they would end up losing bar with no name and Fisk Tower, right? Unless they're planning on changing the location. Which with a destruction deck, I don't know that they normally run a way to change it. The real friends was the viewers you met along the way. Yeah, so the real friends are the community that we've made. So just such great support from you guys. Bar with no name told me to get out of here. Ant-Man model card from MCU, not from original comic suit.
Iron Man.
Did you just say DC is greater than Marvel? In a Marvel Snap stream? You're brave, Taylor. finally pulled Patriot yesterday and have made a great vanilla deck. I climbed 10 ranks with it, hoping to get infinite. I hope that you are able to push. What's your collection level? Are you facing off against very many pull 3, like deep pull 3 decks? Ooh, so we do have Scarlet Witch here, so we can always now add a push for Baxter building, but I don't know that we have enough of a push. So this being the final turn, I think we do Mysterio and we do Wolfsbane. That'll give us a really large lead in Fisk Tower. If they don't change Bar with No Name, then we'll win Bar with No Name. We'll win Fisk Tower. We'll get the win for the game. Is the general idea with these positions or this location layout. Yeah, their Baxter building, I don't think I can swing it enough to do a Scarlet Witch change. And then we definitely don't want to change Baxter building because that's what's going to enable us to win Bar with No Name. And then yeah, Umais, we are almost at 2.5 thousand subs. So just, I think it was 12 or 13 days ago, we hit 2,000. And so we're still making some pretty great progress. Do you have ice cream in your fridge? I do, but why? Patriot is my dream card to get. Mystique is so alone in my collection. Yeah, if you can get Mystique along with your... They came very close to beating us in... Oh, never mind. I forgot about the Mysterio flip. They didn't come close to beating us in Fisk Tower. Victory. Mark Sign, yeah, we're waiting on Mystique too. And then I'm hearing all these people say that they have... that they pulled Mystique first, and I envy them. Because it enables so many cool combos down the line that right now we're missing, like Sera, the Sera deck. Was that 2 cubes, guys? The Sera deck would be better with a Mystique. Hey Cassius, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Yeah, so I get so salty when people have Mystique. Me too. I try not to be. I try to be supportive, but it is a bit of a sore subject until we finally pull it. We're going to go ahead and place our Angela. We may want to put it into sewer system. We don't know what this last location is going to be, and so we don't know if it's going to be something that potentially we don't want Mirror Dimension to change into. Dev said it's intended. Wait, which was intended? I may have missed. Oh, is the Bishop Mysterio interaction intended? So it acts as cards being played, and I'm not sure why they decided to make that specification. But that is what they opted for. So I think maybe we change sewer system and we roll the dice a little bit, and then we'll play Ant-Man into Stark Tower to get a little bit of a bonus on after turn 5. Albert, I hope this game will add Marvel Zombies variants cards. I hope that I know that they have some really big plans on their like roadmap. I just hope that they're able to kind of keep current with it and just keep up, because there's a lot of demand. There is a lot of hype around the game. There's a lot of like different pushes to make it good, and they have big dreams for it. And so I hope that they're able to kind of fulfill and bring those home. Every American has some ice cream all the time. Most of the time, we have some version of ice cream. We usually have like just a little bit, and mainly. I'd like to say mainly for my daughter and my son, but it's for me too. It's definitely for me. I like to be able to share with them. At least everyone's collection experience is different. Yeah, Zombie, I do like that about the game. I know it's a kind of sore point for a lot of people, because it does get difficult to when like you're waiting for a particular card that you want. Hey Asurio, how's it going? It does get difficult when you're waiting for a particular card to pull. But you have other decks that you can build. It's just the fear of missing out is what kicks in, is what is driving a lot of people. Has everyone seen the Mephisto card? I haven't. What does that card do? And so they extend the game with magic here, which is an interesting play. That gives us an extra chance to trigger our hidden mojo here. We have Sera. We don't necessarily need it So maybe we do Sera anyways, just to make sure this one's capped out in case they try to send us a negative card. And then these, even if it's like a hobgoblin or something, it won't trigger.
Welcome. It took you long enough.
Hey Miguel, thank you so much for joining us as a channel member. I appreciate you helping support the content and support the channel. I hope that you enjoy the videos and enjoy your time here with us. So I'm just going to drop the Sera this turn. I don't know. They may be running like a Patriot deck where they're doing a token buff, and they may have some really good, like a Patriot Mystique hidden under these cards. I'm not for sure. Wouldn't Wolfsbane give you more power instead of Sera? It would, but I'm going to drop him over into the Dark Dimension. That way I have a cheaper card, and I can try to fill this one up to be competitive here as well. I don't know that they're going to try and push a huge amount of power into the Limbo location, since we have the Bishop, the Ant-Man, and Rescue. I think Wolfsbane over there would have been a little bit of overkill. And so we're going to... Oh, yep, order. Thank you, chat. We're going to do Wolfsbane first. No, that's only going to be a 3-power card, which is the same as Magic, I guess. But it's better than the 1-power we almost got. And so, do you like Dracula as well? Yeah, Dracula I think is a really strong card right now. They are running a Patriot style deck, and so Patriot, but they didn't drop Squirrel Girl, so Mystique's not going to be an option. So I think we have a decent shot here. Mojo is going to trigger after all of their cards, so we're going to get an additional 6. Zodia's in the middle. Onslaught's on the left. This is going to be close in the mid. We pushed. Wow. So that was a lot closer than I thought. It's a good thing we didn't cap out the left-hand side, because that double Mojo ongoing ability would have been ridiculous. It would have threw them way over us in power. So we got 4 cubes, but that with the double Dark Dimension, that could have swung either way, guys. We are now at 8 cubes for the day. Not a huge push, but we're definitely not losing either. Hey, so I lost my job because I slept. I was up all night playing Marvel Snap. Oh no, Andrew, I'm so sorry. I hope, well, I mean, that does mean you have more time for Marvel Snap now. Less time for bills, but more time for Marvel Snap. Okay. Sorry, work was calling back. I have a couple of chats. It turns out that the meeting that got pushed didn't get pushed as long as I thought. So we are going to have to end this one, definitely add an hour. So we have a couple more games here before I jump back in. They have a couple of last minute things that. Hey Westy4, well, thank you so much for jumping in and joining us. I'm so glad you were able to join the live stream. They have a couple of like high impact requests that are needing verification. So Taskmaster is definitely a fun card, but it can backfire. So you have to, it's like a win more type of card. So it's not as consistent as some of the other ones. Andrew, you must create your YouTube channel. I mean, if you're already dedicating all that time to Marvel Snap, you might as well grow while the content creation community is pretty small. Onslaught mid or Mojo mid would have ended you. Yeah, it definitely would. We definitely probably didn't deserve those 4 cubes from last game, Samuel. I feel like my Lockjaw is going to be like your Mystique. Ever since the Exodia combo was kind of discovered, I have really looked forward to trying out the Exodia combo. I don't think it's going to be like super consistent, but it's something that I definitely wanted to try out. And I didn't know we were going to have to wait 3,000 collection log levels to be able to do it. I really dislike working lunches. Here's California, your lunches. Yeah. And so it makes it hard because a lot of times I'll get in the habit of just not taking a lunch. And so these lunch streams have actually forced me to step away for an hour. So it's been really good. But working lunches, you don't feel like you ever get a true break. And so I dislike them too.
Assemble.
the Exodia deck was me. Hey, Robert. Hey, yeah. I remember you like posting on the Marvel Snap, and I was missing like more than half of the cards that were required for it, and I was just hoping that we would pull them early. And then it turns out that we're not going to pull all of them until the very, very end. But we are excited to kind of try it out and try some different variations of it. So Baxter building, whoever's winning here gets +3 power. Do we like super commit to it? Or it looks like they're going to cap out this location. So we can always do a Mojo, and we can add our Cosmo to mid, because they're not going to be able to, if they cap this one out and they have a Spectrum, they're not going to be able to play Spectrum in Monster Island. I think they would have to rely on it in Grand Central, and then if they pull into Spectrum in Grand Central, Cosmo will counter it as well. When I get Thanos, I want to make a good deck with him. Any ideas on good combos with Thanos? I think Quinjet is going to be good for Thanos, and making your Infinity Stones cost nothing, because since the stones didn't start in your deck, Quinjet should trigger on them. Oh, yep. So they ended up. We countered their Spectrum, and so then they did end up retreating from it. So we'll jump up to 9. We'll jump into another game. We'll try and get through a couple more before we have to jump out. Quinjet, yeah, I love the idea of Quinjet. It's hard to use right now with Collector, like Cable, Mantis, that sort of deck, not being in a super strong spot. But I really like the combos that Quinjet enables. And so I'd like to be able to use Quinjet a little bit more often. It's not as flashy of a card as, something really big or late game, but I think it adds that consistency, and it being a lower cost, you can use it and gain benefit from it much more often. Adam Warlock, I feel like, is really underrated. Yeah, and I was one of the people, Pilk, that I underrated Adam Warlock for a really long time, just because it's pretty hard to trigger. And with some of the resources we have now, I feel like he really helps in making sure that you thin out your deck. And I think it was in the Marvel Snap Discord, Dunkoro said that they still didn't. Hey Zach, thank you so much for subscribing to us on YouTube. So we're dual streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, and so if you're on the Twitch channel and you haven't checked out the YouTube, make sure to head over and check it out after the live stream. But Dunkoro, I know they said it doesn't work well in like any deck, but I think for decks that you really have a combo that you want to use consistently, the Adam Warlock with Groot or Adam Warlock with even Juggernaut, I think is really, really good. Yeah, you underrated him because everyone told me he was bad. And I think it's just that he's a little bit more difficult to use. I don't know that he's just overly bad. But I think as we see more deck builds, as we see more cards, I think he'll kind of find his spot. And I think he's starting to find it in my lists. So like the Magic combo, where you definitely want to have your Shang-Chi, your Killmonger, and your Magic by the end of the game. He performed so incredibly well. I wouldn't replace him for anything in that deck list. Your Adam Warlock with Groot tech is really good. Yeah, so it gets really consistent. If you have both of those pieces, you can almost always guarantee that you trigger it once or even twice if you have like a Drax or a 4-cost card follow-up. So even like a Thor, to really get some good cards. And we end up a lot of times running into the situation where we don't have any more cards in our deck list because we lock it in for so long. So here, I think we're going to drop our rescue. They have armor, so they're not going to be able to destroy it. I think they're running another ongoing style deck. So if they drop Spectrum, it's going to have to be in Jotunheim. Unfortunately, we already dropped our Cosmo, so we're not going to be able to hard counter it. Hey, Timothy, enjoying your content so far. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us for the live stream, and thank you for just being here and enjoying the content. Ooh, so they have... So they did Wong on Atlantis. So I assume that's where they're going to plan on dropping their Spectrum. And I don't know of a way to to be able to stop them from doing that without having Cosmo in our hand still. So maybe, no, I don't like the Mysterio play because it will get reduced in Jotunheim each turn. I think we go with a Sera here. That'll reduce some of our cards. We can kind of adjust our power level after this turn. It will trigger the rescue bonus, and we'll still have Iron Man if we need to adjust it. But I think this is a retreat game just from the way it's kind of laying out and the way it looks like it's going to be playing out. Did anyone try Crystal in Hela with no Invisible Woman yet to shuffle Hela back into the deck to avoid discarding her? Crystal at 4 cost is so... Hey HRH, thank you for following us on the Twitch channel. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Crystal at 4 cost seems like a big pill to swallow. So then if you shuffle it back into your deck and then you don't draw it in those next 2 turns, you end up kind of eating away that downside. Victories. Maybe we were playing too slow for them. I really thought they were going to have that win. So let's go ahead and do 10. We will do one more. Hey HRH, thank you so much. What would you replace Rescue with? For Rescue, I do another 4-drop card, something that's able to push a lot of power. So Rescue enables us to be competitive in multiple lanes. So it's like an additional Angela or Bishop. So something else that can kind of compete with that. Like Rescue filled in the slot that Strong Guy used to fill. But with this deck list, we're not necessarily flooding all of our cards, and so we're not going to be empty-handed very often. So maybe just another high power card that you can find around. So we pulled into Rescue. We don't have a follow-up, unfortunately, and then they morphed into our Cosmo. What a poor series of events. I wish we had our Ant-Man here. It's the only time I wish we had Ant-Man early. And Warpath might be okay if you're stacking your cards into 2 lanes, but after that, I don't think he would add much benefit. Key to climbing, play really slow and make sure that you're chatting, so you're roping every single time. Weird game from the start. Yeah, it puts it in a really weird position. And then we get Sanctum Sanctorum, which with this deck list, we didn't build it around being able to, after turn 4, we're going to swap the position of each location. So we're going to flood our board a little bit here. They're getting frustrated. We're gonna do Bishop into Sakara, then we'll do an Angela and an Ant-Man. Oh my gosh, Dom, I'm sorry. We're chatting. Are you going to make a video for this deck? Hey, Yate, we actually uploaded it this morning. The video that came out about 6:30 this morning is covering this deck list. And so if you want some less chat style games, and a little bit more focused on the actual gameplay, we do have a video covering this exact deck list. Been stuck in meetings, Joshua. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is probably going to be our last game. I'm glad you're able to make it though, and then the replay is going to be live. But I appreciate you being here. I hope that you're having a good day so far. I don't think we're going to beat Swordmaster. If that turns into the Sanctum Sanctorum, I think we probably lose. But we are going to flood it just in case it's not. So Miguel, just curious how you manage real work and playing/editing Snap. Very little sleep, Miguel. Very little sleep. So fortunately, we don't have to worry about a commute, which saves us a decent amount of time. And so then they have Sunspot that's going to grow over time, but our Bishop is going to grow over time as well. So a lot of times I'll record either early morning before work starts or right after it ends, before I go pick up my daughter from daycare. And then I spend late night after everyone goes to bed, either playing and getting the last few clips or editing. And so it's right now we're just pushing very little sleep is our key to success here. So we can do our Cosmo if we think it would be beneficial, but I don't know that it will. We can do Iron Man, which would allow us to pretty easily win this location, I think. Maybe we do Scarlet Witch and then Cosmo. Next turn we do Iron Man. I think we do... I'm so indecisive right now. We're going to go ahead and do the Iron Man here, and then just drop a bunch of cards next turn. Ooh, so they do the Iron Man as well. So it's Iron Man versus Iron Man. Answer: have no life. Yeah, it's either have no life or have no sleep, zombie. Those are the keys to doing well. Albert, I hope Marvel Snap official will invite you to the official content club. I really hope that they have something like in the works. I think that would be really cool. I'd love to be a part of it if it is something that happens eventually. For a very busy man, you create high quality content. Thank you so much, AO. I try not to put out anything that's like subpar or that feels like it shouldn't be there. So sometimes I get a video ahead and then end up losing some of my ground because I'll be trying out like fun deck lists and they just don't work. And I don't want to showcase a video of just like highlight reels of a deck that's really inconsistent. And so thank you so much. I'm so glad that kind of comes through in the videos. So maybe we change the Citadel just to try to add some randomness. We could do Wolfsbane for the guaranteed power, or we could do Mojo if we think they're going to cap it out. But I think we go with Wolfsbane instead. I think that's going to give us the most overall power beforehand. Do you have content from before Snap? Not on this channel or a recent channel, but a long time ago, I did make content on. I made content on virtual reality games. I made content on like Call of Duty back whenever like the Call of Duty commentary was really just taking off. And then I did have a live stream channel that I did for like 2 days. And so, no, we're going to lose by 2. That Magneto was good. They went away from Sakaar. So Dom, I'm so sorry that you're upset with us, Dom. We had to mute them because they were spamming hello because we ended up chatting. So we do have a Discord. Zombie just linked it in Twitch, so it should come over as the restream bot over into the YouTube chat. And so it's small, but it's growing. We're trying to add different channels and different things that the viewers and community think it would be. That think would be beneficial. So if you guys enjoy our content, if you just kind of want to hang out in a like smaller environment rather than like the official Marvel Snap, go ahead and check out our Discord channel. And so have you watched She-Hulk? We're going to answer a couple more questions before we end. We have 3 more minutes and I have to end like right on time because we do have some pressing like lunch, like after lunch work stuff to deal with. I hope this game will be bigger in the world. Yeah, so D23, it's like Disney's expo to announce all of their upcoming games. There's been some speculation that something will be announced with Marvel Snap, which would generate a lot of traffic and a lot of buzz if the game is at a place where they like would want to advertise it. And so I think there has some potential during D23, which is in early August. And then Pilk, have you watched She-Hulk or just going to wait for all the episodes? Yeah. So I'm going to wait for all the episodes because I don't keep a current Disney Plus membership. I kind of cycle through. I'll binge everything that I wanted to watch, and then I'll unsubscribe for a few months, then I subscribe again. So the last thing I watched was Moon Knight. I finished the season finale of there, and then we unsubscribed, and then we're just waiting for a couple months for everything to kind of accumulate, and then we'll subscribe again. And so... hey, Kaichu, I'm so sorry if you just jumped in. We are about to end the stream. We're just chatting a little bit before we end from lunch. We have to head back soon, but I am glad that you were able to jump in and at least catch us and say hey. Trading Noob, good game. First time battling you, and I got lucky. Oh, wait, are you Dom trading? I'm so sorry if we upset you from playing slow. I did. If that was you, I did mute you. Because we get caught up on chatting, and I'm so sorry if that was you. The fighting game people really want Marvel versus Capcom to be announced in D23. I think there will be some pretty cool announcements in D23, and it's not something I've ever like followed before. But I think it'll be cool. So I'm definitely going to be tuning in. And if there's anything big that's unveiled for Marvel Snap, I'll definitely do like a reaction or a video type covering it. Marvel always knows to hype their fans with the project, definitely. And then I'm going to rewatch all the Daredevil seasons again. Anyways, got to go. Thank you so much for joining us today, Pilk, and I guess everyone. We are about to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you, everyone, for spending this hour with me, this lunchtime with me. I hope that you guys have an incredible rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video and the next live stream soon. We are going to go live tomorrow to make it a 5-day lunch live stream week, and then Saturday and Sunday we won't be live, but tomorrow we will be. So if you want to jump back in, it'll be live around the same time. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. We are going to go ahead and cut it here. This has been TLSG.